Good evening, folks, and welcome to another tag video. This is the Action Hero movie tag, and this was created by Horrorfan34. And this is going to be a lot of fun. So we have a list of 11 action hero stars, and we have to pick our favorite movie by each one. So we're going to start off. Number one is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that's a huge one. Big fan of his 80s films. Love the 80s, and I love Arnold's 80s films. And of course, I have to go with the original Terminator from 1984, the classic from James Cameron. And I absolutely love Arnold in that film. I think it's his best performance of all time. He was so menacing and terrifying, and I just love seeing him as a badass killing machine. So effective. Number two is Sylvester Stallone. Yes, the master of 80s action movies. And I'm going to go with the masterpiece, First Blood. I absolutely love First Blood, and it's my favorite action movie of all time. So I love every minute of it. I love his performance in the film. I just love everything about it. Number three is Bruce Willis. Now, come on, that's a no-brainer. Die Hard. It has to be. Die Hard's one of the greatest action films of all time, and that's easily my favorite performance of Bruce Willis and my favorite action movie by Bruce Willis. Number four is Jean-Claude Van Damme. He had a lot of fun movies in the early 90s there. And I'm going to go with one you might not even have heard of. It's called Double Impact. It's a fun one. It's kind of silly. You might think it's goofy, where he plays twin brothers. You've seen a lot of silly movies like that. Like Jackie Chan did one called Twin Dragons. But I just thought this one was a lot of fun. And it had, of course, Bolo Young, the badass, big jacked up Chinese dude, and he's also a badass martial artist, and I love when you see him fight towards the end there. Plus he has a cool scar on his face and stuff. I like that one. Next up is Jason Statham at number 5. And believe it or not, I'm going to pick The Meg. His most recent shark movie. I really enjoyed The Meg. I know people give it a lot of crap. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I really liked Jason Statham in that film. I thought he was awesome. I think he's a good actor, He's one of the few guys when it comes to action that he actually, he's believable, He actually believe that this guy can just kick serious ass, and I love it. Number 6 is Chuck Norris. I'm going to pick one that maybe a lot of people might not have heard of, The Octagon, which was my favorite of Chuck Norris. Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun seeing him deal with the ninjas, I was big into ninja movies back in the 80s and stuff. And I thought this was a really good one. There was a lot of cool ninja stuff in there. And Chuck Norris was still young and badass, Number 7 is going to be Steven Seagal. Now, I'm not a huge Steven Seagal fan, but he did have a couple good ones when he first came out. So I'm going to go with his first one, Above the Law, I really did enjoy that one. I thought it was a cool introduction for him as a martial arts action hero star, and he had a cool, unique, jujitsu style. And it's something we haven't really seen much in film before that. So it was really cool. Eventually, I feel like, he ran that whole thing into the ground, but I liked Above the Law. Dolph Lundgren, that's a tough one. I'm not really a huge fan of Dolph Lundgren, but he's alright. He's had a couple good ones. I'd probably say I liked him in The Universal Soldier with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I thought that was a good flick. Solid action movie. I'll be honest with you. I am not a big fan of Rocky 4. I know a lot of people love that movie. I think it's the greatest Rocky movie of all time. Like, you gotta be kidding me. I think it's like kind of cheesy. I mean, when you compare Rocky 4 to like the original Rocky, I mean, come on, which was a very serious like drama, and then you get all this silly, overblown like Hollywood crap. I just didn't like it. Number 9 is Harrison Ford. I don't think Star Wars counts because I feel that's more of a science fiction movie. So I'm going to go with his other massive franchise, Indiana Jones, baby. And The Raiders of the Lost Ark is my favorite of the Indiana Jones movies. Number 10 is Mel Gibson. A lot of people would probably say Lethal Weapon on that one, but I'm going to go Mad Max, baby. The Road Warrior. That's the second film in the Mad Max franchise. I absolutely love that movie. I think it's a masterpiece. It's just an action classic. Amazing. Number 11 is Kurt Russell. And on that one, I'm going to go Escape from New York. Directed by legendary John Carpenter. I absolutely love that movie. And how can you forget the character of Snake Plissken? Such a cool character. I loved it. It's an awesome movie. And I'm still trying to forget that Escape from LA happened. So, yeah, that never happened, okay? Escape from New York is just awesome. I love it. All right, guys, that's it for the action hero movie tag. Now, I'm not sure, like, who's been tagged. I know a lot of people have been tagged on this one, so I'm just going to kind of leave it open. And I'm going to say thank you, Horrorfan34, for tagging me. It's a really fun tag, and take it easy, guys. Have a great one.